Two teams and their quarterbacks were heading in different directions in the second half of last season as the Packers won 6 of 8. Jordan Love leading the NFL in QBR during that span. Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia struggled as Hurts had 8 touchdowns against 7 picks in the final 2 months of the season. Been here almost 25 years. Never knew I would say this, but I'm about to. Now, Sao Paulo from Sao Paulo.
On the eve of the first NFL game in South America, I caught up one-on-one with a guy who made it all possible, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. And we channeled an old friend of ours to get in the mood. Roger, I'm going to go Chris Berman on you, okay? My mentor. Roger, we're in Brazil. Can you believe it?
No, but it's been so long we've been looking forward to doing this. And to be here is exciting for all of us. To be able to play a Friday night game and start our season in a big weekend for us, a kickoff weekend, this is really a great way to do it. We've been playing in Mexico for a long time. We see that passion. I think the same passion is here in Brazil. And so we're not here just for 1 year. We're here to really make a difference over a number of years.
Well, the lead up to this football game has been exciting. There's snap, crackle, pop in the air. This stadium is decked out, as you can see. The Eagles were out on the field. A local flag football team greeted them. Even the owner of the local football team, or soccer as we call it, came out for all the festivities. But hey, I'm here. You can't have an NFL game in Sao Paulo without Sao Paulo.
Dang, what? How about Sao Paulo doing boomer? What are we doing? Damien Woody is back. These two teams, I think they were both playoff teams, and I want Philadelphia fans to hear me. I'm not saying y'all were garbage. You weren't. But if I say that the Packers are heading in one direction, which is, it seems progressing, and it seems that the Eagles are heading in another direction, which is regressing, I don't think that's incorrect. But how significant a game is this for Philly to kind of pump the brakes on any idea that they're fading away?
I think it's a big game. I think, because sometimes what happens last season can have carryover into the following season. And I think for Philadelphia, you've changed the coordinators. You got Saquon Barkley. I think putting a statement-type game early on week 1 would do a lot to dispel the kind of negative energy that basically followed this team all, from last season all throughout the offseason.
And I found it amazing, frankly, the way it kept getting away from them. And we were there for Countdown on a Monday night in Seattle where it felt like, okay, this is not a get-right game, but it'd be a tough win, but it felt like they were going to get it. And then Drew Lock leads a kind of surprising late game drive, and Smith and Jigba makes a catch, and you're like, I'll be damned, they lost again. And it just kept happening. And it was amazing they couldn't pump the brakes on that. But if you can flush it and look forward, fine. But how difficult is that to not let what happened linger?
Well, they say, with the new year, everything's anew.
Okay.
Now, if I'm Green Bay's new defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing the house. I'm lighting up Jalen Hurts right off the top. Okay. Because I want to see if they've learned from what really ailed them last year. Jalen Hurts struggled mightily against the blitz. Now, entering new offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, let's see if he gives Jalen Hurts the answers to the test when team starts blitzing, because guess what? The NFL is a copycat league.
Sure.
Okay, just because, we're in a new season doesn't mean that teams aren't going to see if you solve the problems from the year prior.
And if you're Philly, you're trying to flush last year. If I'm Green Bay, I'm thinking, all right, we gave our guy his money because he earned it. And the way he played late, you go down to Dallas and whoop their butt in a playoff game, and probably should have, or certainly you could say could have, beaten San Francisco in a playoff game. And so that's gone too, but as they try to build, right, how significant were those steps in where they want to ultimately go, what they did late last year? Huge.
It was huge because Green Bay had the youngest set of skill position players in the National Football League. We always talk about from year 1 to year 2 growth. I'm not even talking about Jordan Love, the quarterback. I'm talking about all those young wide receivers that the Green Bay Packers have. Think how much better they're going to be this year. The experience that they had in the playoffs last year when they played the Dallas Cowboys on the road, took the San Francisco 49ers to the brink. That's why people are so bullish on the Green Bay Packers this year heading to the season.
And you look at the NFL where there's true wide receiver ones all over the place. You look at, and you could say maybe Love made Reed and Wicks and Dobbs and Watson when he's healthy. Like, any of those guys could hurt you. Look, that's a very, very intriguing team. You see all the people prognosticating. There's a lot of people saying maybe Green Bay might make a deep run. All right.